I've got chip dust on my face still. Simo!
What the hell did you not know we were starting? You were eating food.
And I also think I said to Nick, ready where you are, and
you start eating
and started shoveling food in. Hello and welcome to the SCOMO show. Really big show on the way tonight, dare I say. We are going to do something that I'm really uncomfortable about, but equally excited about. Our first ever Battle of the Wives competition.
I don't know what's on though. This is the best bit. I've just asked both of our wives to be here, and unless they're watching right now,
which they probably
don't
are,
know what they're going to be doing.
As well as that, bringing back my favorite segment I ever contributed to this show, Anaya makes us feel old because she doesn't know things.
Yeah.
If you were somebody that was born after about the year 1995, you are also probably going to struggle with this game, and in turn, make us feel old.
Yeah,
that must, like, the day you realized you had a teenager as a daughter, you must have felt old.
I meant to be honest with you. Actually, we were having a conversation today about how many kids you'd have and all that sort of stuff, and I realized once we hit teenage daughtering, it was just like that's a whole other thing.
You're an old man now.
That's when I knew I was done having kids.
One more thing I want to talk about as well. The other game we used to love to play on this show, which we're bringing back tonight, is improv games with Nick. You love him. He's your favorite character on the show. And he's not very good at improv. But you all say you can't bully Nick because he's not good at improv.
That's right.
Well, we're playing again. We're playing again tonight.
Boys. Yeah. Before we get too deep into tonight's show, I think it's time we let everyone know what the big announcement is. Now that we're all here.
Do we know it? Do Nick and I know the big announcement?
You boys know
Is there a big announcement?
You boys know.
Hold on. We've got a drum roll. Do you want a drum roll?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hands up if you know the big announcement.
We're drum rolling.
The big announcement.
We're drum rolling.
Tonight.
Still drum rolling.
But this drum roll goes for ages.
Will be our official last SCOMO show.
Oh, that's really bad news. I'm really upset about that.
It's really good news. When we originally started the SCOMO show, the whole reason we did it, the heart behind why we did this, was to give people give a place for people to connect. I nearly said pregnant because that came up on my screen. But it was
the reason we did this was for people to get pregnant.
For people to get pregnant.
Tiana.
Once they see this, they're like, we want kids of our own. We could produce blokes like that.
Started in the first, those first weeks of COVID lockdown. We'd been seeing Italy, and they'd completely locked down for weeks. They were giving people times they were allowed to go out shopping. And we thought, we need a place where we as a community can come together when we're all locked down.
Which is what we did. And so now we've done that. We're able to kind of meet together so you guys can actually kind of keep on meeting together. And so now it's kind of like we know what we've done. We've done what we've come to do. There's some other things that we're doing now. We're not done. The three of us aren't done hanging out. The three of us aren't done doing things. And we will have SCOMO show specials every now and then. We will come back.
But really, the show's been all about the viewers. So could you just show us with a raise your hand if you think it's time for the show to end?
Yeah,
thanks, Tiana.
Tiana's had enough. She's
we got our heart and soul in this program.
Thanks, Tiana.
With rubbish like that.
Yeah.
Did you even win I Survivor, Tiana?
Yeah, no, she didn't. And these are the reasons why she didn't win.
That didn't go down well.
We've had some great times. I've written some incredible jingles.
Amazing.
And I know that there are some people out there who would think that I've done this because I've run out of jingle juice. I just want to assure you.
Why did we never come up with a
jingle?
There were definitely a few times we thought you'd run out of jingle juice.
No, I haven't. I haven't run out of jingle juice. I've just found a new place. I've just found a new place to apply my jingle juice.
To me, jingle juice is that disgusting little canister that people who vape carry around. That's what jingle juice looks like to me.
But I've still got plenty of jingle juice in me. And I'm not getting rid of my jingle juice. I've just
Hands up if you want to see Simo stop saying jingle juice. Thank you, Tiana.
No, that was going to be the name of my album. I didn't tell you, boys. The name of my album was going to be Jingle Juice. I don't know. And there are some people who think that maybe I made this decision because Jingle Juice was never going to happen, but that's not true. It's just simply not
PG
true.
show moving on. What's on tonight? What's first up?
We made this decision for the betterment of our viewers, but Scotty, what are we still doing together?
Oh no, this is a new. So now, from now on, whenever you are watching the replay of this, if you search Simo Hoffman in your favorite podcasting app,
you can get my jingle juice.
we the three of us are doing a podcast together now, talking about life, talking about faith, telling our stories, all that kind of stuff. And on that podcast will also be a lot of the other stuff being produced out of City Point Ipswich right now. A lot of the other good stuff will be in that podcast stream as well. So definitely worth checking out. Just search Simo Hoffman.
Plus, I'm looking at doing a whole bunch of writing as well. So we'll be adding some blogs onto that page. We'll be adding a whole bunch more writing. Some of the things that I've been mulling over for the last 15 years I've been doing this, I want to share them. The reason why is I want other people to be able to know what I know. I want people to be able to get a hold of it and move forward with their life. This was a place to connect and for us to be able to have fun together. We're still going to do that. The three of us are still hanging out, having the time of our lives, having an absolute ball. And for those who are wondering when City Point Ipswich is coming back, can I just say this very, very clearly? We have never, ever stopped. We've continued to find ways to keep meeting together. One of those ways was this show. One of those ways was Zoom calls. Some of those ways have been going to cafes, meeting in people's homes, whatever it takes. Can I just say, the church is alive and it is stronger and it is better than it has ever, ever, ever been. And I am more confident that God is leading us today than what I've ever been. Yes, we connect online and we watch our services online. But if you ever thought that church was just about attending a service, then I got news for you. We've had a great awakening and we've had a great refreshment. And I want to encourage you right now today, get on board with what we are doing as well. So
that's really good.
Let others know about it as well. I'm going to message my wife because she's supposed to be on.
She's not on the show yet. No. And also, I know there were a few other members of the family that had announcements that they wanted to make. There we go. The Youngs are pregnant. That's very exciting.
There's a question mark.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
There's a question mark.
We don't know what it is, but they are pregnant with something.
I mean, also, there's a few grammatical errors in that statement.
Hey, let's move on, boys. It's some of our favorite things.
Let's move on. Yes, great. Agree. Thank you, Tiana.
Hey, let's move on. We are some of our favorite segments ever. One of them was Improv with Nick.
Improv games with Nick.
It's really frustrating.
I've got my jingle juice tonight.
Mate, have you?
Stop saying jingle juice.
No, I'll never stop saying jingle juice. It's the name of my album. Have you written an album? No. Exactly.
Nick seems like the kind of guy.
So fresh, jingle juice 2020.
100%.
No.
Nick seems like the kind of guy who would be in like a heavy metal band.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
As I lay dying, August burns red in Heart's wake.
Maybe like he also looks like the sort of guy who'd be into Slim Shady.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that.
Heck
it's the Adidas.
Yeah.
It's the absolute Adidas that he's got on.
I can go to the Adidas cap as well.
Did you play an instrument, Nick? Did you play an instrument as a kid?
Played several instruments.
Wait, don't answer. If anyone wants to know what instrument you played, you are going to listen to that on our podcast.
Oh, it's coming up on the podcast.
It's coming on tonight's podcast.
Search Simo Hoffman.
Instrument on tonight's podcast.
Search
don't
Simo
answer.
Hoffman.
Don't answer. We'll talk about the instruments we've all played, but Nick, yours will be first.
What's the improv game we're playing?
The improv game that we're playing, by the way, it really frustrates you and me, Scotty, because every time I catch up with people and they're like, oh, you watch SCOMO? Yeah, we watch SCOMO, all those sort of things. And then all of a sudden we start asking them and we tell them about what we do. And they're like, yeah, Nick's our favorite. What do you mean Nick's your favorite? He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, everyone loves Nick. And so we want to show you his skills and his talents. The best way for us to do that is with Improv with Nick. And here's how it works. We play classic drama improv games.
Yeah.
This one is one that you and I know, Scott. It's called Unfortunately, Fortunately. When you tell them like we obviously flew through a lot of those drama schools.
Improv, easy.
Yeah.
None of this sounds like fun.
This is a lot of fun, mate. So this game, the way it works is like this. I will start a scenario with the word unfortunately.
Right.
You'll follow on, Scott, with a fortunately.
All right. But they've got to be connected?
Yeah. They've got to be connected. You've got to continue the story on Nick. You will then follow on with unfortunately. I will follow with fortunately until we run out of.
Oh, this is
Also, we're
so
alternating, but
tricky.
it's not even 1, 2. It's 1, 2,
No.
3.
Yeah,
and that's what
yep,
makes it
exactly.
tricky.
So-
That's what makes it tricky. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Don't be
No, I
nervous.
am, because you guys laugh at me after the show when we stop rolling.
Unfortunately, on the way to Nick's house to do the show tonight, unfortunately, I ran out of fuel.
Fortunately, you ran into a lovely new friend who drove you to the fuel station.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, she ran out of fuel as well.
Fortunately, there happened to be a helicopter flying above us.
Unfortunately, when you tried to climb into the helicopter, you got a bit of a haircut.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's been needed for quite a while.
Unfortunately, the lady who was with us, who also ran out of fuel, didn't have a seat on the helicopter.
Fortunately, you're a really charming guy and you convinced her that she didn't need a seat and could just stay there.
Unfortunately, she was married and had 3 cats.
Fortunately, the cats...
I don't know if that's connected. Like, when you
I
keep
know.
moving.
I was trying to do a plot twist. I was trying to move us off the helicopter.
Fortunately, the cats were in the boot, safely locked away.
Unfortunately,
No, he hasn't either there.
Unfortunately, Simo heard the cats meowing and his love for cat flesh overruled the need to get fuel and he ate one of the cats.
Fortunately, the cat flesh tasted like chicken.
Unfortunately, it was not chicken.
I don't think your thing's working. I think I'm beating you at this game.
God, come on, bro.
Fortunately,
Yes.
this is the last show we're ever going to do, so you won't have to sit through this again.
Unfortunately, Simeon got run over by the lady in her car.
Fortunately.
No, you're run over now. Improv.
Fortunately, I survived.
Is it a foot? Anyway.
Unfortunately, the ambulance driver that came to pick up Simeon actually didn't know anything about the human body.
Yes.
Fortunately, that ambulance officer, not a driver, was Maddie, who could pray for Simeon.
Unfortunately, it didn't work. You're up, Scott.
It's going as your plan.
Yes, it is. Scott's closed out.
Fortunately,
You said that.
Simeon's body was buried and made amazing fertilizer for a beautiful rose garden.
Unfortunately, the roses were poisoned by the old lady because Simeon ate her cats.
Yeah, he did. That happened earlier. If you aren't keeping up.
Fortunately, she watered down the poison too much and the flowers continued to flourish.
Unfortunately,
Please find a way to end this.
unaware
Nick, you gotta finish
of
it.
the poison,
Yeah.
Nick picked one and gave them to his wife, Helen, claiming he'd bought them from a very reputable florist.
Yeah.
Fortunately, she does not accept presents from me unless she has chosen them first and gave them to Scott.
Unfortunately,
Struggling.
before she even gave them to Scott, she did take one mysterious sniff of them.
Please end this,
In
Simeon.
which case,
All right, so now we're going to...
Helen also passed away, sadly.
So 2 people have died and it's over.
Well done.
Wow.
Hey, Nick, you actually made it through this week.
I know it's really disappointing.
Yeah, I didn't
Sorry,
expect
Lisa.
that.
I fully just go on to apologise to the viewers because I know that was substandard. But I didn't lose. Oh, no, but I didn't lose. No, but I...
What we've been doing, to be honest with you.
Well, I think we've had some good moments. Our viewers actually went up through that segment. We've got a little counter here with our viewers, so that's positive. But I just didn't want to lose to you
Everyone
on the
can
last
see
show.
that count, mate.
All right. So what we do want to do now is we want to bring on our incredible wives. Kim, we've got a brand new wife in Kim, who we're going to welcome on right now. She's brand new at this, and then we've also got
Kim.
We've also got Lisa. How would you describe Lisa then, if Kim's a new wife?
Lisa is a resilient, seasoned wife.
Oh, well done.
Wow.
He's getting good at improv because we thought
Resilient.
people have learned things.
I mean, have you seen her
Literally
eldest
before
daughter?
We started. He said the old
Stop
wife.
it.
That's how he
Stop
called
it.
what he called you,
Stop it.
which we didn't appreciate.
Stop it.
Just give me. Yeah, he did call you the old.
No,
It was
they're
really
lying.
Offensive.
We're not lying.
Sorry. Just before we continue moving forward, Kim, could you close the laundry there behind you? It's looking a bit baggy on there.
You wear CKs or bonds there,
Kim.
Scott?
Leave the laundry open. No, Kim, leave it. Kim, leave it.
Are they a pair of bonds? Did you just throw your bonds in there? Kim, why haven't you cleaned up the bonds yet?
If you wouldn't mind stopping eating, just while we're actually going to be asking you to talk. Yeah, there's going to be some talking element. That's
Kim, how's married life been?
Appreciate you being on the show.
Kim, how's married life been? We can't hear you. Are you muted or?
No?
No, there you go. It was just Simeon.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going great. I love it so much. Lisa's gone.
I think that's an automatic win to you. I think she's gone because No, she's back. She's back. Did you go, Lisa, because you wanted to have another bite of food?
That's like every team's meeting every day at work. I'm just going to lean off.
I want you to all acknowledge how well I know my wife right now.
Well done.
Yeah, okay, so, hey, we are in a generation where
You've muted yourself,
muted
Lisa.
yourself,
We
Lisa.
can't hear you. No, there we go.
I think both of us are trying to unmute her at the same time.
Okay, just another.
There we go.
Anaya, can you help your mother?
We got it. We've got it.
I got it.
We've
Good.
got it.
All right. So, does anyone know the rules of this game?
Do we know what's
Okay,
happening?
yeah, that's fair. So have we.
And let me explain what's happening. For generations now, we've been fighting against gender stereotypes.
Yeah.
Much to our
Terrible.
benefit. Our world is so much better because of it. But we do wonder every now and then, would you be able to survive as a wife with gender stereotypes
That's interesting.
still around?
We-
It's just
we
a
as a-
scenario.
We is an interestingly
Yeah.
encapsulating phrase that probably could have been I in this case.
No, there was definitely no I in team. It was us as a team sitting down and going, would our wives survive under gender stereotypes?
Kim, this was Scott's idea, just so you know, and
So
we're trying to run with it
100%.
for good showing. But
Yeah, what Nick has done is he's done some research, spent hours of preparation looking up what wives in the 50s were expected to do. And so
Yeah.
he's prepared a series of questions, and then he's going to make a judgment as to which wife has answered better, surviving under gender stereotypes, and therefore we will have a supreme wife out of the two of you.
and somewhat strategically haven't invited my own wife on the
Yeah.
show so I can get away with this and still
So,
sleep
the
tonight.
question that only remains now is, will Kim, the new young wife, the up-and-coming wife, will she reign supreme, or will Lisa, the old, experienced wife, still eating on screen, not caring what we have to say?
She's not eating, but we can't hear
You're
you.
muted
I'm
again.
not eating. I'm trying to tuck kids into bed. I'm multitasking.
With a burrito in your mouth.
Where's your hey Shiloh? Where's your husband, Lisa? Why isn't he doing that? No.
All right, let's get this underway. Nick, you've got the questions. You've got the judgments. We're staying silent.
Here we go.
We have no. By the way, just to put this in place,
Yeah.
Scott and I have no idea what
No.
the questions
No.
are, and neither do we support these stereotypes.
That's right.
I don't know if that's the right angle.
There we go. That's the right angle. So how this will work, I'll ask the question. Kim, you answer the first one first, then Lisa. If one of you get it right, great. If not, I'll give you the right answer. Question number 1 going to Kim. When should you think about tomorrow night's dinner?
Sunday.
What?
Yeah.
Sunday.
No,
Yep,
what she's
cool.
saying is she thinks about the week of dinners on Sunday.
Nice.
You're allowed to
Okay.
defend.
Because
There's no
she's-
defense
Okay,
for
cool.
you.
Lisa, when should you think about tomorrow's dinner?
Tomorrow?
I know, right?
Strong answer. Plan dinner the night before so that the
I
dinner
agree.
is hot and ready on time
Yeah, yeah.
for
That makes
his
sense.
return.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
mean,
nice try.
That's one thing we could bring back, I think.
You happy with that approach,
Maybe
fellas?
there's some feedback you girls could take on board there.
Okay, we said we'd keep this above board. Now, question number 2.
It would be like a day old.
No. You don't cook it. You start thinking about your timing so that it's all prepared. If he's getting home at 6, it needs to be on the table at 5:58, which means you need to finish.
Communicate with you because
If he's getting home at 6, then he can bring dinner home.
No.
Hold on, wait, pause. Everyone pause. There's something great going on here. Anaya's a teenager, so she knows everything about marriage. What were you saying?
Yeah, he didn't have to communicate with his wife when he was going to be home. He gets home whenever he wants and does whatever he wants while he's away. She doesn't have to know about it. She can't do anything about it. So he could get home at 10 o'clock at night.
She's taking the whole skit off, man. Done it.
That is brilliant.
All right,
What
question.
you described right there is music to my ears.
You will go far, young Anaya. Question number 2. Lisa, you're going to get this one first. What should you be doing just before your husband gets home from work?
Is this for real?
No. Like stereotype. Imagine.
If you're in the 1950s, what should you, the loyal, lovely, wonderful housewife, be doing before your husband gets home from work?
I mean, it's facts, though. It's facts.
Putting his dinner on the table and cleaning.
That's one option. Kim, what's your thoughts?
That was my thoughts as well. Yeah.
Almost, but you're both a little bit off. Actually, you should be taking a few moments for yourself. Prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes to rest before he arrives so you will be refreshed. This is about you being refreshed.
I said look pretty. Like, you got to look nice and pretty for your husband.
I hate
when he comes
this.
home.
Really? Because Scott and I were talking off air and we were like, these are some good ideas so far.
Yeah, I said they're terrible and this is setting feminism back 50 years. Question number 3 to Kim. As you go to open the door for your husband, what is the last thing you should do?
Smack his butt.
Your name's not Kim. You're opening the door. What?
The best thing that could ever happen with Pastor Simo is watching one of his daughters do something that he doesn't like but is also really proud of. It's probably the best conflict you ever see him go through.
Oh, dear. Kim, last thing you do is you go to open the door for the husband.
Would be take his bag.
Nice try. Lisa, your thoughts?
Last thing I do,
Yeah. 1950s.
as he walks through the door.
As you're walking to the door to open it for him. Why would he open his own door? That's silly.
Oh, when
Because he's 2 arms, he's fully capable of opening a freaking door.
He's carrying a lot of bacon. He's bringing home the bacon. All right. Anyway, good answer. What you should know.
Do you give them a drink or something? Is that what you're supposed to give them as they walk through the door?
Almost. You should.
Like Bewitched days.
You should actually.
So true.
You should be clearing away the clutter. Just make one last trip through the main part of the house just before your husband arrives. Gather up books, toys, paper, and run a dust cloth over any tables.
Like clear all the rubbish off the floor and make it
Yeah, just pretend it never happened and that you've got wonderful children that didn't make a mess all day and didn't clean up after themselves.
So good.
I have a question about the social status of these wives back then. Because if their social status was high enough, they would have servants and lots.
Yeah. That's deep. That's something we should explore on the podcast.
Kim's family had servants.
Question number 3.
Find out more on that on our podcast.
Kim, what's the most important things to tell your husband when they get home from work?
Am I answering?
Yeah. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks.
The most important thing to tell your husband when he comes back from work.
Yeah. He's walked in. What's the most important things to tell your husband?
I think Sarah answered it. I love you.
That's good.
Yeah, nice. Lisa?
Dinner's ready.
all the jobs that he has to do.
You guys are actually getting a genuine insight into my life right now.
Yeah, this is incredible. Anyway, you guys were really, really close. I think I'd give you both part marks. Actually, you may have a dozen important things to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the time. Let him talk first. Remember,
Gosh,
these topics of conversation are more important than yours.
Oh my goodness.
I hate this.
When you saying the one you really wanted Kim to understand?
Yeah, you said if there was one thing Kim could just get right.
We were saying this off air. We're like, Scott, come on.
All right, last one. There's a bonus one if you want it, but this is the last one from me. Lisa, not what, but how should you speak to your husband when he gets home?
However I feel like it. I am not playing this game. I don't like this woman.
Yeah.
I don't know if Elsie agrees with you there, Lisa, at all. Kim, how would you speak to your husband when he gets home?
Honestly. Tell him.
There's a place for that, I guess.
Yeah.
I think when this is beautiful.
Actually, how you should speak to your husband when he gets home from work, arrange his pillow, take off his shoes, speak in a low, soothing voice.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. And on that topic, Lise.
Do you think that we'd be happy with this?
Lisa, can you give me an example of a low, soothing voice?
No.
Anyway, there's good news. After he's got home, had his dinner, there's plenty of housework to do, and it is glamorous, I'm telling you.
I think you like to be a 1950s housewife?
No.
Really?
No.
Stop nodding your head, Anaya.
I'll do it.
No.
Said yeah. Lace. Come on, Lace.
No.
Kim, is that too different to your first month of marriage? You just shook your head. No, that's pretty similar. Good. All right. Cool. Anyway,
I just want to say on behalf of the show, thank you girls both so much. But I know you're obviously going to be in this next part. But thank you so much for what you girls have contributed to the show and releasing us to be able to come out here and supporting us. We know that you've done, I was going to say so much work in the background, but I mean, let's be honest. You've encouraged us, you've supported us, and you've been willingly pushing us out the door saying, go, go, go.
It's true.
But no, we do appreciate you. You guys have made the show what it is. We love you. We think you girls are fantastic. And obviously, there's a lot of room for adjustment based on the guidebook of wifery. We'll see how you go.
We did run a online poll just before we started saying, could people let us know just with their hands up if they thought the wives actually were the MVPs of this whole show? 100% of the votes. 100% of the votes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That's so
That's
good.
huge.
That's really
Wow,
good.
wow, wow,
No,
wow,
thank
wow,
you
wow.
guys.
Hey, before you go, Anaya, we have a couple of things to Scott's going to show
Do we have
you.
the opener for this anymore?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, hold on.
Where's the
Ready?
opener?
Ready, Anaya? Are you ready? Do you want the one from her crying last week?
Anaya makes us feel old because the stuff we know she doesn't know, and we know it but she doesn't, and that makes us feel old.
Dad, did you do the
Wow.
That's not something
Wow,
we
there we go.
expected.
That was me. That was me.
Everybody that is watching right now on Facebook has seen the comment that Simeon hasn't seen from one of his daughters. So know that we are all together.
That's actually how Lisa greets me when I get home. She's learnt that from her mother.
Look at the girls. Wow.
Wow. Lisa's blushing because she knows that's how she says hello.
Well, it's very.
She hears me coming in the driveway. She says that. She yells it out the door.
The apple doesn't fall very far from the tree, does it?
Definitely not
You know,
how I
Yes,
Well, then where did
Come
she
on.
learn it from, Lisa?
Huh?
Where did she learn it from?
Kids are imitators, Lisa. She's clearly imitating her mama.
Is that irritators?
Esther, if you're still watching, can you confirm that you are copying mum? Just so everybody knows.
All right, let's dive into this. This is a segment that I like to do where we show Anaya things that Nick, Simeon, and I, we all know what they are, but Anaya doesn't. And it's not like, Anaya doesn't know. It's like, oh, we are so old.
She might know it.
Yeah, if she does know it, it's great because it means we feel less old.
Yeah.
Because you know, like, I don't know where you're at, Nick, but in like my first reaction is I would say that Anaya and I are the first generation the same generation, but
No,
we
what?
absolutely are not.
When you look
No.
at Scott, do you think he's the same generation as you and I are?
No, one's got far more maturity than the other.
Which one?
When you look at us and
Moving
I, do
on.
you just see three old blokes?
Pretty much, yeah. Like
Yeah,
three
but that's
Three what?
middle-aged men.
I mean, that should speak for Nick more than any of us.
Oh, that's a bit.
And that's the end of that segment with Anaya.
And
Honestly.
so everyone knows, Anaya is grounded.
Wow.
Please, it's like it's not young anymore, you know. It's like,
Isn't your birthday in December? That's still coming. The presents might just go straight back
Oh,
to
100%.
JB Hi-Fi.
Anaya, who is this?
Hi-Fi. Oh, the Olsen twins.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I told you we were the same generation.
You
as
probably
Anaya.
should have picked a picture without their names on it, though, just to be.
Oh, yeah,
Good job,
you're
Scott.
right, mate. Yeah, you're 100% right. I should have.
All right, come on.
Anaya, what are these?
Crayola stamp. I had those as a kid. They're Crayola stamp.
Yeah,
markers.
because we're the same generation.
We're the same generation as
generation.
We're not
Anaya.
middle-aged. No.
You're a middle-aged
We're not
man.
middle-aged. We're
How was
young
that
age.
something hard to?
We're practically teenagers.
Yeah, we're the same age.
Anaya, what is this?
Oh, I had one of these. Oh, I killed it. Tamagotchi. They're like a little pet that you have, and you
Can
like.
we just pause just for 1 second? Sorry, no. Can we just pause? To me, it seems we know from the jingle juice that Simeon has that everything's around this 5-year period in the 90s. Is that the way he's parented his kids? Like every life lesson is from 94 to 99.
Because-
Tamagotchis, Mary Kate and Ashley,
And
stamp
every
markers.
jingle is from the early 2000s.
Wow.
It
Make
feels
those
like
things.
we just got stuck in a time in history.
It's called a prime, mate. That's what it's called.
Anaya, have you ever visited one of these?
Oh yeah,
What is it?
it's a DVD store, isn't it?
What? Unpack it a bit more.
definitely
Like,
not.
Wait, no.
Huh?
what would a
What is
transaction
it?
at this store look like? Like, what would the deal be?
Oh wait, no, that's video games, isn't it? It's video
Yeah,
games.
no.
No.
Okay, there it is.
No.
There it is.
No. Who
That's
hasn't,
how it
honestly, like, who hasn't spent about 3 hours on a Friday night picking the 4 movies for $4.99
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, see,
and
I
then
was
having to give your
and he
eldest
got
child's name as the password?
the DVD.
Oh, see, we are the same generation.
you've never hired a DVD in your
We
life.
are the
We have. Nana took me. There was one down at Monia. There was a DVD hire there. I distinctly remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, she distinctly remembers there was a DVD hire place there. I'm going to be honest with you.
You
Because they got
disappointed us tonight, Nick. Scott, you
Scott?
disappointed us?
Yeah, Scott. You
Yeah,
really didn't
no,
put much prep into this.
all right, I got a few more questions. What band is Nick Carter from?
Miku.
Okay,
Why did Lisa
Backstreet
start
Boys.
grinning off camera?
question number 2.
She's laughing at me.
What?
Backstreet
What?
Boys.
What? That is not their song.
It is.
You're back,
Backstreet
Backstreet's
Boys are
back. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Backstreet's
All right.
back. All right. Yeah,
All right. Question number 2. Anaya, what rose Justin Timberlake to fame? What made
Ooh,
Justin
yeah, good
Timberlake
question.
famous?
It's not his good looks.
Oh, arguably it was.
Well, true.
Okay, where do you know Justin Timberlake from?
He's a singer.
And so what was the thing that made him famous?
I'll give you a clue. He was in a band.
Oh.
What was the name of his band?
Backstreet.
It's not the Backstreet Boys.
It's not One Direction either. There's a little pro tip.
What's mine?
You gonna phone a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a friend. NSYNC.
Oh,
yeah, Tiana.
Man, there we go. Tiana knows. Because Tiana's from the same generation as us.
No, jokes. I'm kidding. I love you. You're so young. You're not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
And
Neither's Nick, but you did call him a middle-aged man a little bit earlier tonight.
Middle-aged
So.
man. Yeah.
Didn't we go to his 30th?
we went to your 30th. No, I didn't actually get an invite to your 30th.
I didn't know.
Oh.
Are you 30, Uncle Nick?
I thought we went to your
No.
30th. Oh,
If
sorry.
I was 30, I'd be old enough to have
Hey.
kids because you'd be old enough to baby. Anyway, that's not happening, is it? So.
I think Kim might be on my Facebook page right now.
Musketeer.
Yes,
Musketeer.
he was
No,
enough.
I think he was. No, she's right. I think he was
We'll
a
Google
Disney
that.
Channel.
Nick, can you Google that? And while Nick's Googling that,
He was a
I do have-
musketeer.
this announcement actually affects everyone. So, Lisa, you might want to stay on to hear this. Hun, or actually all of you guys, you've probably been wondering, I've written this down because it was too painful just to say.
Yeah.
You're probably wondering what's been going on with me lately. I know I've been distant, and that's because I've just been trying to figure out how to approach this. I'm sorry I haven't been more open about my feelings.
Oh, wow,
And
this is written down. This is a written down statement.
A big history. And look, things that just haven't been going well, and I don't want to hurt you or the kids, but there's no time to do this. And I've been dreading this conversation because it is such an awful thing to have.
What facial expressions we meant to have,
Should we
Scott?
be here?
Maybe I'm selfish, and you might agree. The person or what I'm talking to knows, because you are wonderful.
What?
This has been the hardest decision of my life, and I hope we can end this amicably.
Hurry
I know
up.
this is because you're angry, but I'm hoping we will make a way through this. This is not easy to say, but pretzels, it's time for me and you to have a
Oh
break.
my goodness.
Wow.
Did you just write a monologue to a baked snack?
Guys, it's just been taking over my life, and it's been affecting me. It's been affecting my family. It's been affecting my weight, and it's just
Affecting your
it's just time.
Are there any pretzel cylinders in the Hoffman household right now?
No, we're having a break. I've kept my distance.
Yeah, wow.
Anyway, it's over between me and pretzels. I just wanted to let everyone know that.
Oh, that's beautiful. That really is.
Yeah, I just wrote that as a little speech.
Thanks, Simi. It was a good speech.
All right, we're going to wrap up tonight's show. Go find our podcast. So
we
it's
do,
Simo Hoffman on Spotify. It should be on the iTunes store fairly soon if it's not there already. A couple of episodes already up there. We got to get out of here.
Before we do, guys, you promised me one more thing. As a farewell, as our final thing that we're doing, we're going to do sayings that annoy Simo. So I've got a few that are lined up here, and I'm looking forward to it because I know tonight you definitely won't cut me off. It's our last ever show. So here it is, the sayings that annoy Simo.
I'm ready.
My top ones.